Hi everybody, it's Cyclone, and today we're gonna do a review of the new/old Yonex EZONE 2024. So, if you don't know, Yonex released their new EZONE 2024 a couple of times ago, but it's a weird thing, you know. They've just basically changed the cosmetic and made marketings about it, and no one really knows. And I was checking out on YouTube to see if there were review of this racket, and there were not a lot because it's the same thing that the old one. But I really wanted to, you know, stick to the plan. My plan was to make a review for this new EZONE, so I will make a review of this new EZONE. But yeah, just to be clear, it's the same thing that it was with the 2022 version or something like that. So the Yonex EZONE is their power line. Basically, the preset is the control, the V-core is the spin, and you have the power with the EZONE. And like we all know, the EZONE is getting more and more popular, and I think they've reached the peak of the popularity of the EZONE. And so let's see how this racket is gonna play. Let's go straight to the specs. So this is a 98 square inch head size with the unstrung weight of 305 grams, and you have a 16 by 19 string pattern. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it's basically the same thing, but let's discuss a bit about the cosmetic. I'm personally a big fan of the original cosmetic, and I'm gonna be honest, the Osaka one doesn't make it for me. I know that there's a lot of people that like it, and that's fine, but personally, I don't like this cosmetic. This one feels okay, it's in the middle. I like it, but I think that, you know, what makes this racket unique is the color that you give to this racket. And now I feel like they're letting out the personality of the racket just to give people a blacked out racket. And the other thing is, I don't know why they call it aqua. It's not aqua, it's like a blacked out version of the, could have been called like a night version of the EZONE. But yeah, it's looking good, but I like a bit more the blue one. Now let's go on the court and let's test the new Yonex EZONE 98. Let's go. On the court with the new Yonex EZONE 2024 Aqua, yeah, this racket feels obviously really good. It's a really solid racket, and one thing, I won't say that I'm surprised, because I'm not surprised because I've tried the older version, but you know, it's how well balanced this racket is. Yes, it's creating a lot of control, it's made for hard hitter, but it still can achieve spin, it can achieve a bit of control, and overall just feel stable. I think that it's the biggest improvement, because yeah, you just feel like the racket is consistent and you can hit hard every time. But if you're at the net, if you're trying to do touch shot, then it's still pretty good. You know, most of the time those type of racket can't achieve that, but this one can achieve that. And so the blend between everything makes up for this incredible racket. And so that's why I think the EZONE 98 is one of my favorite racket from the Yonex line. At the serve, yeah, really good for effect or flat serve. So definitely the EZONE is a really good racket, and I feel like Yonex didn't want to risk to change anything, and so they wanted to stick with this one, and they didn't know how to keep it, and yeah, they just did it, and that's basically it. That's pretty what they've done, you know, pretty much what they've done. And you know, I remember, you know, the total mess that it was. I remember some guy placed at Yonex was telling me at the beginning of last year, like they would keep the same EZONE, and then another guy said no, they're gonna release a new EZONE, and then finally it was a mix between those two. You know, it was a mess. And so yeah, I just wanted to make it different, so I want you to comment in the comment section down below, obviously. What do you think about this marketing strategy? Do you think that it's a good thing for Yonex? Do you think that it's a bad thing? And what do you think they will do next? Because I mean, I don't mind if, let's say for example, I'm at Yonex and that we're not coming up with a technology that is good enough for a new release. So we take the decision to keep the same racket with a different branding. I'm fine with it. If it gives them more time to create a better racket, then I'm fine with it. But if they're releasing the same racket with the next release, then it's gonna be kind of a weird thing. So obviously I won't really rate this racket like I'm usually doing, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and see you next time.